Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Beran Wabia Ramadan Natanekara. So here I would like to explain more about our DFD diagrams on our 2B systems. So here I would like to explain context DFD diagram that we have so far. So far we have four entities. The first one will be course coordinator, the second one will be student, the third one will be lecturer, and then the fourth one will be program coordinator. So I won't explain details about the data that has been passed in between the process and also entities, since I will explain it more on tile diagram later on. So let's proceed to the next one, which is going to be related with the data flow diagram or parent level O. And here, as we can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 processes to be involved in our to be proposed system. All right, the first one will be deliver criteria. So it is going to be related with the course coordinator and also lecturer, since the course coordinator will produce and also will formulate the course information for particular courses, and then it will be received by the lecturer as CLO and PLO criteria. And then the next one will be retrieve rubric template. So it's kind of like a downloading process and also the update process of the in developing the rubric itself. It is going to be executed by lecturer. And then the next one will be create assignment. So it's going to be pretty much the same with the existing procedure when the lecturer will create the assignment through e-learning, and it will be stored into the assignment data store here. All right, once the lecturer has finished to create assignment, then student will receive the assignment, of course, and then they will work on it. Once they have finished the assignment, then they will submit it, and it will become submission. Therefore, it will be stored at here on the for submission, and also it will be redirected to the lecturer as well to be checked later on. All right, the next one will be give feedback. So once lecturer has received the student's work, then they have to give a feedback and also calculate the marks. So basically, process number 4, 5, and also number 6 here is going to be executed simultaneously, meaning once the lecturer gives the feedback, then it will be along together with the calculate marks as well. All right. The next one will be generate section performance report and also generate PLO assessment report. So it is the process is going to be pretty much the same as well. Once the lecturer has finished the lecture class throughout the semester, they will generate the section performance report and also generate PLO assessment report for particular sections what on subject what they have taught so far. All right, here we move to tile level 1 diagram, and also there are some tile level 2 diagram. So the first one will be deliver criteria. So this is actually process 1 that I have mentioned earlier. The first one will be course information will be entered into observe course information. So basically, course coordinator needs to observe course information whether it is already changed by the top of management of the faculty, for example, or there are so many changes, or there are some changes on CLO and PLO information. Then they will have to observe the course information first. All right, the output will be course information, same as the input. And then the next one, they will produce CLO and PLO information based on the course information that has been observed previously. All right, the next one, once it has been produced, then it will be disseminated in to the lecturers, something like that. That is for the process 1.0, and then the next one will be process 2.0, process rubric template, that it will be executed by the lecturer when the lecturer will copy the rubric and then update the rubric if there are some changes on CLO and PLO criteria. And once they have updated the rubric, they will check the rubric. And once they have finished to check the rubric, then it will be downloaded by them. All right, the next one will be process 2.0, which is going to be child diagram level 2. This one, update rubric. So if there are some changes on CLO and PLO criteria, then they will oversee CLO and PLO changes, and they will update the criteria based on the changes, and then fill in the details of criteria and scale to be more specific. And the next one will be process 3.0, which is going to be create assignment. It is going to be pretty much the same with the existing procedure where the lecturer design assignment question and then create submission link and then upload the assignment file into e-learning, and then it will be stored to the uh, assignment data store and also disseminated to the student. That is for process 3.0, and then child diagram level 2 for process 3.2, I mean, for create submission link. So it is also going to be the same with the existing procedure where the lecturer will set the title of assignment, set a due date, and then verify validity of the due date, whether it is invalid or valid. And once it is invalid, that it will be go to here, generate invalid due date notification. But once it is valid, then it will be set acceptable file formats for submission, for example, like a PDF, document, Excel, or so on and so forth, and then set feedback settings. And once it has been finished, then it will be redirected to the submission settings and save submission link to be posted to the e-learning. And then the next one will be process 4.0, submit assignment, where the student perform submit their works. It is going to be pretty much the same as well with the existing procedure where where they have to log into e-learning and then select the destination subject to submit, verify assignment as answer file format, for example, whether it is only PDF formats that has been that has been accepted by the submission link, and also if the file format is not appropriate, then it will go to invalid file formats where it will be generated the invalid file format in notification. But once it has been executed successfully, then it will go to the upload the assignment file, and they will submit the assignment and it will be stored to the submission data store, and also assignment submission will be redirected to the lecturer as well. And then the next one will be child diagram level 2, process 4.1, login to e-learning portal. So it is going to be the same, so I won't explain it more details about it. And then the next one will be child diagram level 1 for process 5.0, give feedback. So this is actually the where the lecturer gives the feedback against the assignment that has been submitted by the student. So they will create the feedback link and then write assignment feedback and also upload assignment feedback into the to be stored to the feedback data store here. And then the next one will be calculate the mark, which is going to be equal 6.0, where the lecturer will allocate question score and also upload question score, calculate assignment score, and upload the assignment score. And it will be stored to assignment score data store, and it will be extracted as a CLO and PLO marks later on to become assignment score, and also CLO and PLO marks. It will be stored to CLO and PLO marks data store. And then the next one will be process 6.5, where the extract CLO and PLO marks happens. So once the assignment score comes in, and then they will identify the CLO and PLO, which criteria that has been assigned to CLO and to respective CLO and also PLO. And the next one will be assignment score and CLO and PLO will be allocated as the CLO and PLO marks, and then they will calculate the total CLO and PLO marks uh, to be executed next one, and then it becomes an average of CLO and PLO marks Then they will sum up the CLO and PLO marks to become CLO and PLO marks here, and it will be stored at the D6, which is going to be equal to CLO and PLO marks data store, and also assignment score will be as another output. All right. The next one will be a type diagram process 7.0, where the uh, it will be generate the section performance report. So they will analyze CL and PL marks, produce performance and also produce performance analysis, compare section performance with KPI, and also upload performance report, and it will be stored to the report data store, and also section performance report will be given to the top of the management. And then this is the child diagram for level 2 process 7.1 analysis CLO and PLO marks, where the CLO and PLO being classified to the CLO and PLO to their certain part, and proof with the CLO by using the rubric, and then compare the PLO marks with the rubric, then total up the PLO and CLO marks of every assignment. The next one will be generate PLO achievement report, which is going to be the last, that equal to process 8.0, where the lecturer will analyze PLO marks and so produce PLO performance analysis, and they will compare the PLO performance with KPI and upload PLO performance report to be stored to the report data store, and also PLO achievement report will be given to the top of the management. This is the child diagram for level 2 process 8.2, where the when it will be check the PLO KPI and then calculate PLO store and upload PLO score and KPI to becomes PLO performance analysis here. All right, maybe just that for the child diagram. So that's it for me. Bye.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Nurani. This is Lim Sinja from Team Hatch the Leash. Now I will present the high fidelity mock-up prototype that we have done using Figma for UTM automated rubric grading system in this project. Here you can see that there is a login screen for the website, and the user shown in this mock-up prototype will be the lecturer. After entering the username and password, the user can click on the login button to log in to the system. Hence, the user will be directed to the home page of this system. So here's the home page of the website, and you can click on this drop-down button here to expand the menu. So there will be profile, notification, and logout option for the user. So the user can click on the profile to see his or her own profile. As shown in the example here, the lecturer can see his or her personal information, including staff number, full name, email, phone number, date of birth, address, school code, with the name of the department, school, and the course that he or she belongs to. Next, the lecturer can click on the course to see the courses that he or she is responsible for. Here, you can choose the first option to access the course detail. So there will be mainly 5 options for them, including to view the course information, determine the CLO and PO criteria for this course, view the rubric bank, and also create and view the assignment details. And lastly, view and upload the performance report. So first, it comes to the first option, which is to view the course information. So it will show the course details that display the selected PO and CO criteria here. Also, the user can click on this button to see full report for the course information. The user may download the PDF file for the course information as well. So this is all for option 1. We can click on the course code here to return to the previous page in order to select another option. Hence, for our second option, the user can select COO and PO here to identify the COO and PO criteria. You can click on the drop-down button here to see the full list of POO, and you may choose to add a new POO criteria as well. So next, the lecturer can choose the POO one to modify or edit or delete it in the system. For instance, the user may modify the criteria of PLO1 as shown here. Next, the user can click on the Submit button here. Then the system will show the PLO that has been modified just now. So this is all for option 2. Next, we'll go back to the previous page and select our option 3, which is to view the rubric bank. The lecturer may search the rubric according to the rubric ID. Also, the lecturer is free to add a new rubric as well. When the user select on the rubric with rubric ID 1, for example, he or she can choose to update the rubric by uploading. He or she can choose to update the rubric, okay, by clicking on the update button, or he or she can download the rubric as well. So we click on the update button here. So it will show the full list of the criteria for rubric number 1. And the lecturer can add a new criteria as well. Next, by clicking on the criteria CL01, for instance, the lecturer will be able to edit it or remove it. So hence, there's all for the option 3. And we'll return to the page for our course session again. So furthermore, the lecturer can choose option 4, which is for the assignment. Hence, the system will show all the list of the assignment that the lecturer created before, and the lecturer can choose to add a new assignment as well. By clicking on the drop-down button. By clicking on the drop-down button for the existing assignment 1, the lecturer can choose to edit the assignment details, remove the assignment, or check the submission of assignment by student. So after selecting to check the submission, it will show the submission details, such as the student matrix number, the submission time, the submission status, the feedback, and marks. The user can click on the edit button here to give or edit the feedback and mark given to the student. For instance, let's click on this button to give feedback to this student. Hence, the system will show the available feedback with the feedback ID and comment. So the lecturer can select one of the feedback, for example, feedback ID 6. After selecting the feedback, the lecturer can choose to upload the feedback to the system, and it will be shown here. Also, the lecturer is free to edit the marks as well for the student. The lecturer can enter a new mark here by clicking on the edit button. So the lecturer can click on the edit button here and enter a new mark. And the lecturer can click on the submit button here to upload the new mark for the student. So the new mark will be displayed in the system. Moreover, returning to the assignment page. Moreover, by returning to the assignment page, the lecturer can choose to add a new assignment by clicking on this button. So there are the details to be entered for creating a new assignment. So hence there is all for option 4, and it will be continued by my group member, who is William, for the last option for this system.
Hi, I am William Houzichen, and I will present about the performance part for the course session. So when we get into the performance, we will see there are three choices. The first one is session performance report. The second one is CL achievement report, and the last one is PL achievement report. So when we click inside the session performance report, they are the performance for every session, and then we will see see the total score of their performance. And then after, after that we click into the CL achievement report. So inside the CL achievement report, we will see the CL mark for every session and also the average score, KPI, and one session which determine they achieve the KPI or not. And for last one, we click into the PL achievement report. So inside the PL achievement report, it's kind of like CLO achievement report. Inside the PL achievement report, we will see every PL marks for every session, their average score, the KPI, and one session which they determine they achieve the KPI or not. So the next person will discuss about the student interface.
Hello, Doctor. I am Gong Haoyang. I am going to present the user view of student for the automated rubric grading system. If a student want to submit their assignment, firstly they have to log into the system by entering their username and password. If their username and password are correct, then they can log into the system. Next, they can view their profile at this page. And in the profile page, the personal information of the student is displayed. The matrix number, full name, email, phone, date of birth, address, school code are displayed. After that, let us proceed to the course page. And in this page, the student have to click on the destination of the course that they want to submit assignment. If the student want to submit assignment for SADM, they can click this link. After that, this is the submission link for the SADM. In the submission link for project first one, the submission status are displayed, the grading status are displayed, due date, time of submission, submission marks, after that the rubric, and they can build a feedback as well. And if then the student can make a submission, and then after that the student have to add a file. If the file added does not match the acceptable file formats, invalid file format notification will display. After that, you click cancel, then they have to submit again, upload again the file. If the file with the correct file format is awarded, then they can save changes. After they have submitted the assignment, then the time of submission is updated. That's all from me. Thank you, Doctor.